Welcome back. My name is Riku. The game is Kingdom Hearts Rechained Memories. Last time we continued on with Sora's story. Well, not story so much as just the grind, and I believe next episode will be the final grind for Sora. And, yeah. Forgive me, my mic was muted. I forgot to unmute it for a couple of seconds. Good thing I looked. Also, last time, I feared for... You could hear it in my voice, like, as the episode went on, my voice just got raspier and raspier and weaker and weaker. And, well, a tall, cold glass of water and turning out on the AC fixed that real fast. Thank goodness. I mean, personally, I prefer being too hot to too cold, but just like most folks, I prefer it somewhere in the middle where it's just right. Usually, when it's approaching 93 degrees in my room, that's a little excessive. And part of it is like, yes, I have my computer running and it runs a little bit warm, but it's also the fact that my house is very poorly where my room is situated is a very bad spot for heat management. I'm pretty sure most houses have that one spot that gets warmer than the rest of the house, and for one reason or another, and that's where my room is in my house. So the heat that my PC generates ends up being more of an issue than it might otherwise be sometimes. Like, normally it's fine, but every once in a while, especially since we're moving into those summer months. I say moving into the summer month, but it's already the middle of June. So, yeah. Hopefully, I'll be more mindful of the AC and hydrating before episodes for the summer. But yeah, in other news, I think I've lost my mind. That's a segue. So, I've spoken before about my escapades into grinding, crafting and gathering in Final Fantasy XIV. So, I was content for it to be a casual thing. Like, sometimes I'll craft something I need, or sometimes I'll go gather some silver for some gil, or what have you. But then, I was minding my own business, doing a completely unrelated side quest. For those of you who play 14, it's the quest, it's the repeating weekly side quest in Calusa after you finish the Nier Automata raids. So I was finishing that up for the week, and it just so happened as I was flying away in my miner garb to do some gathering elsewhere in Calusa, I noticed that outside the dwarf village was a bunch of ephemeral nodes, which are nodes that don't show up on the map, don't show up on the gathering logs. You just kind of, and they last for like 2 or 3 in-game hours. So, curious, I investigated, gathered a couple of them, and ephemeral nodes have this special quality where things that you gather from them specifically can go through a desynthesizing process to harvest items. Ow. And so I desynth the items, and what do you know? The thing that comes out of them is actually something used to make the most powerful player gear you can craft. The XR Kick gear. So that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole of I want to start making Exarchic gear, which means I needed to gather all the requirements I need to level the crafters to craft all of the individual ingredients. I need to gather scripts, well, not scripts, but gather collectibles to get scripts to buy upgrades to my gatherer gear. I need to do crafting for other people's crafting for the leaves to level up the crafters that hadn't yet maxed out. So I've spent the last two and a half days just bouncing between nodes of different materials, collecting them, and then crafting them into synthesis items, and then synthesizing those synthesis items into the final products. And it's been wild. Haha. I'm really grateful that I have goldsmith, blacksmith, and carpenter as my 3 leveled up, because they take up the bulk of what I need to craft, both in terms of synthesis items and in terms of gear for other classes. Between the armorer, between the goldsmith, blacksmith, and carpenter, I think you create gear for the entire main and offhand weapons for the entire game. So that's good, which means my next oops. My next crafter, which is going to be, I think, Alchemist? Might be Alchemist. I'd have to be looking at my spreadsheet to tell you what I had planned. Was it Alchemist or was it Weaver? Or was it something else? Might have been Armorer. That's a possibility. But regardless, I'm going to be making gear. And also, the good thing is that player-made gear is, pound for pound, the best crafter gear. So there's always going to be a demand for that. One of these days, I'm going to remember to use my Mickey cards to heal. So it's not too bad. Like, thank goodness for macros. Ow.
Take this.
Because they help out quite a bit. Okay, brain.
Your Majesty.
Good brain. Get out of here. I do not like you, Mr. Neo Shadow. Oh, hi, Neo Shadows. I wonder if I shouldn't have just do this. Words cannot possibly describe how upset I am right now about how that turned out. It was so good, and then it went so bad because Neo Shadows are bullshit. Oh well. Anyway. It's also nice because I don't think because fishing isn't as important for gathering. I mean, I'll still need it when I eventually level up Alchemist. Oh, right. I remember why I was going to do armor next now. It was because they have brass gold or something. Brash gold. Something like that. They have a particular ingot that they make that I need for my gear making. So that's going to be fun. At least I already have most of the macros worked out for crafting gear. Crafting collectibles for the Ishgard restoration, which is super easy XP. Then I can craft armors, tools. Okay. Can you stay up? Thank you. Excuse you, Riku. That seemed like an awfully short Dark Aura. Oh, hi. Target priorities. You can pretty much ignore the blues, except Riku didn't want to ignore the blues. Oh well. Other than that, well, there is one thing I could talk about, but I don't want to, because I want this to be a stress-free channel for the most part. I don't want to talk about the nasty scandals. Or non-scandals that are blowing up to be scandals because people are idiots. Anyway, destroy you, Dark Lord. Yes. Boom. And that's that. 14 minutes in, we're almost to the next level. Which means it's almost time to wrap up the episode. That was real cheeky game. That was real cheeky. That backswing can cleave mountains, I swear.
Like it. Darkness.
Yes, eat the fireball to the face. You son of a gun. You're not allowed to go underground on my watch. Speaking of underground, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are looming ever closer, and I cannot wait. I am very excited.
Like it.
Oh,
Take this.
let me... Yes, do this.
Darkness.
Ow. Kinda hate how fast the fireballs come out from the wizards. That's not like I can do anything about it. Other than not letting them get cards off. At all.
Take
But
this.
that is much easier said than done.
Like it.
Especially when I'm trying to
Take this.
spam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Darkness.
Oh, I was about to say, going dark gets rid of your lock on, but no, that was just temporary. You spooked me, gang. You spooked me. Oh. Whoops.
Take this.
It's not meaning to fight here, but I won't say no to the extra XP before I end the episode. It's not like it's going overly long or anything. It's still only 17 minutes. Yes, vanish. All of you, be gone. Oh, where'd my 9 go? Ow, please heal me.
Come on.
I am somewhat amazed that had the range. Well, what do I know? Anyway, let's get out of here. For save room, I have a 5. This episode, we hit level 78. We eked ever closer to finishing this game. Really regretting the platinum promise. Oh well. I made my bed. I'll lie in it. Until next time when we finish off Sora's campaign, hopefully. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell, and if you'd be so kind, get off my lawn, you filthy guys.